Welcome back for another GRT price prediction analysis video, and in this video I will be giving you areas that GRT needs to break above in the next coming hours, areas that you also need to continue holding above, and also share out my long-term Elliot wave analysis. And at the time of this recording, GRT is holding above the 20-day MA here on the daily chart, which is now acting as support for us to continue gearing up. We have also continued to hold above support at around the $0.172 mark, which is also acting as support for us to continue gearing up. And you can see that in the past 2 days we saw this massive breakout to the upper side, breaking above resistance in a move that gave us a high above the $0.1662 mark, but the movement to the upper side was not sustained for long, because you can see that we lost support at around the $0.1506 mark, and we have been seeing much of a pullback here on the charts. And before I get further into the pullback target areas and also areas within which we can expect another bounce, allow me to first share my long-term Elliot wave analysis, where you can see that GRT back in 2022 in November gave us a low at around the $0.0523 mark before we saw this massive push to the upside, giving us a high above the $0.2316 mark in a move that completed the formation of this Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side. And after seeing the formation of that first wave, we started a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 2 in a move that has now given us a low at around the $0.07 mark, and there are high chances that we have now bottomed out in the formation of this wave 2, since using the Fibonacci's, connecting the fibs from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1, the minimum target area for the second wave was between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.78, and that is between the $0.1428 mark and the $0.0916 mark, which is an area that you have now fully maximized. And what that means is that we have our low for the second wave at around the $0.0748 mark, and there are high chances that whatever we are seeing at the moment is now the start of an impulsive move in the formation of this wave 3. And the minimum target areas for the third wave can be given by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, giving me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, and that is above the $0.3726 mark, which is the minimum that we can expect GRT to do in the formation of that wave 3 before we can expect a wave 4, and then continue getting even more aggressive in the formation of that wave 5 to the upper side. In my last video, I also gave you areas that we needed to keep our eyes on the short term, because I was expecting a bit of a pullback, and that area I came up with it by connecting the Fibonacci's from these lows that we made at around the $0.0769 mark to that high, giving me a minimum pullback target area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618. And you can now see that we are seeing a very nice reaction to the fib level 0.382, and there are chances that in the next coming hours GRT might give us another pushback to the upper side, where we can now see a break above resistance above the $0.15 mark once more, and a break above that key area of resistance with a retest. Then we can continue expecting higher prices and possibly get above the $0.2 mark in the next coming hours. We also need to have in mind that there are chances that we might not have the bullish momentum to continue gearing up, and maybe we continue seeing further pullback. And in case such a movement plays out, then I will be expecting further pullback here on the GRT chart into this blue target area, fully maximize the area before we can get a reversal and continue seeing higher prices breaking above resistances once more. So that is what I'm keeping my eyes on here on the GRT chart, on the short term and also on the long term. And I hope that video was of much help to you, and I hope to catch you in the next one.